1, 2, 3, 4. A flea and a fly flew up in a flue. Said the flea, let us fly. Said the fly, let us flee. So they flew through a fly and a flue. All right, so there is a flea and a fly. This is from my You Can Me Kid songs that I'm doing. Let's just talk a little bit about some of the chords in here, okay? A lot of the times I end up using the barred D instead of the root position D that's shown there. This is the third chord. So the root position D is fine. I just have a lot more practice doing this, and I think it's a fuller sounding chord, so I generally tend to prefer it unless I'm going from a D to like an A, right? In which case it makes a lot more sense to go from this root position D into the A. But I don't have any A's in this one, so I'm going from D to C, I'm going from G to D, right? Okay, and so those are all just substitutions I'm just making in my head. But we've got a G at the beginning with a G sus followed by a G. Our C, our D we already talked about. And then we have this fun little thing on the second line here. After the G, we just take and move that G up 1 fret, and that gives us our A flat major 7. Now this isn't a particularly beautiful chord because the 7th is actually on the bottom. It's the bottommost note on an ukulele that is strung linearly. Okay, that's going to happen. But if it's strung reentrant, where this is instead the second to highest string, this one actually has both on it. But I get that low G, which adds a lot of extra bite. It still works though in this context because we're just using it as sort of a passing chord. Flea, let us fly. Flea, let us fly. Said the fly, let us flee. And then we're just back on to standard chords. Okay, and that's pretty much all there is to this one. Now I'm throwing in a number of different strumming things that are going on. Okay, so we've just got basic down strums. Up, down, down, up, down, down, a triplet, down, 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 up, down, up, triplet, triplet, down, up, triplet, triplet, down, right? Okay, and so if you don't know the triplet strum, the one that I like to do a lot of the time when it's not too fast is to do this thing where I'm going down, thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, thumb, up. Now the key to success with that one is to make sure that your thumb stays above the strings after you're down. A lot of people go down and then they have to go back up and do the thumb and then go up, right? But you don't want to do that. You want to just kind of spread your hand out, okay, when you're doing that strum, and then follow through with the thumb. And that's all there is to it. Okay, now this isn't the easiest song in the world because it has mixed meters. We've got our 4/4, our 7/8, and our 6/8 in there, right? But it kind of makes it fun, right? Okay, so you just put those triplets in where you see groupings of 3, like in the 6/8 measure and the 7/8 measure. You also have a grouping of 3 on where it says, said the fly, let us flee, right? Okay, because that's on the second line, second measure, right? And it's a, let me see. Said the fly, let us flee. So they, right? And so we get that sort of, those 2 triplets into a 4/4 measure followed by a duplet regular down up, okay? And that's what we call, or at least I call and some other people call, the ragtime strum, right? So we have down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, right? And you don't have to have different chords for that to work. You can use it in any 4/4 measure, and it gives you that little bit of syncopation there. So down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, down, thumb up, down, thumb. I could do it in the first measure or the second measure. So let me show you what happens when I do that. So we have down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, right? Now, of course, you have the chord change happening in an odd location because you're doing it in the middle of a strum pattern, right? So you have down, thumb, up, down, up, right? Flea and a fly flew up in a flue, right? Which complicates matters. And we don't need to complicate matters on a song that's only like, I don't know what, 15 seconds long maybe. Okay, so this is just a fun one. If you have some advancing kid students that you think would like some tongue twisters, this was part of a set of tongue twisters I said a long time ago, and I've just rearranged it for ukulele. And that's it. That's a flea and a fly. I hope you enjoy that. This is available as a free download for my patrons at patreon.com/uke. And I will also have it available on my website if you just want to purchase a copy. And so just to talk about what I've got here, I've got my Kala 8-string, right? Baritone uke, except it's strung like a regular G, C, E, A, except we have the double strings here on the end, right? Okay, and I'll have a link to that if you're interested in this instrument down in the comments or in the description. And I also have my favorite tuner here, my Fishman FT2, super accurate, down to like point something of a cent accuracy. So that's pretty much what I'm using today. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that song, and just have a happy, happy, happy day, I hope. See ya.